We covered the best trucks in a SnowRunner to use in 2024, but that video is only useful if you have all the DLCs. So in this video, we're gonna cover the best non-DLC trucks. At number 10, we have International Paystar 5070. Out of the early trucks that you can buy in a SnowRunner, this one, in my opinion, is the best one. With this truck, you have access to mud tires and OHD tires. It can support crane, bed and trailer combo. It has good ground clearance and it's capable. So I think it's a good truck to start making deliveries very early in the game. But a flaw of this truck is it's a bit fuel thirsty and it doesn't have a very big fuel tank. So you always have to pay attention to your fuel. So overall, it's not like this truck is the most capable truck in the game, but compared to the trucks that you can buy or unlock early in the game, I think this is a very good one and it's a good truck to start your journey. At number 9, we have TUZ 420 Tatarin. This vehicle is by far the best scout in the game. It's extremely capable, doesn't matter how rough the terrain is, it would never get stuck. Deep mud or snow, none of them can stop this thing. But one downside of this truck is it doesn't have chain tires. It's not like this vehicle is completely useless in icy regions, but it could be a bit of a problem. But this vehicle is so good for scouting and even rescuing big heavy trucks. It has a very powerful engine and it does a great job pulling heavy trucks. Another downside of this vehicle is you cannot attach any trailers to it, but overall it's a very good choice. At number 8, we have Cat 745C. One of the most capable trucks in the game, maybe even the most capable one. This truck has insanely big mud tires and it goes through deep mud like it's nothing. And it's very stable too. So this truck is good for scouting or rescuing and refueling other trucks. Other than that, you can use this truck for carrying containers and medium logs, and it's a very good choice for carrying medium logs because it's very stable. The downside of this truck is you don't have access to sideboard bed or flatbed and you cannot attach trailers to this truck. Other than that, this truck is fantastic. Number 7, White Western Star. This is one of the trucks that you can unlock it very early in the game and it's genuinely a good truck. Compared to the early trucks, it has a big fuel tank and it does a good job going through mud or snow. And it's a bit of a wide truck, so it has good stability and it's fuel efficient, so it's like the best truck to use early in the game. Probably the only downside of this truck is it doesn't support crane, bed and trailer combo. You know, White Western Star doesn't have anything to stand out. It's not like the most fuel efficient truck or the most capable truck, but the performance of this truck almost at any situation is good. You can use it for hauling semi-trailers, you can use it for carrying logs, you can use it for overloading, you can basically use this truck for everything. Number 6, Azov 5319. The performance of this truck in mud or snow is fantastic. This truck is extremely capable and fast. It's one of those trucks that you don't even need to slow down when you're going through some deep mud or snow. Azov 5319 is such a capable truck, but it has a very big flaw. It's very fuel thirsty and it has a very small fuel tank. In regions that you have access to fuel stations or for short trips, this is the best truck to use. But in regions that there are not many fuel stations, there is a high chance that you run out of fuel. Now, another downside of this truck is even though it has a long frame, it doesn't support crane, bed and trailer combo. There is a gap between the crane and the cab of this truck and I don't really know what's the purpose of that gap, but because of that gap we cannot attach a trailer to this truck when we have the crane and the bed. One use that I have found for this gap is I put a small scout like Dawn 71 in that gap and I just use the fuel of that scout when I need it. And usually Dawn 71 stays there very nicely. Even when you're using the crane, it's not gonna fall. At number 5, we have DAN 96320. DAN is one of the good heavy trucks in the game. It's good for pulling trailers or hauling heavy semi-trailers. It's a capable truck and it has good stability, and you don't need to buy this truck, you just need to complete a task to unlock this truck. One downside of this truck is you cannot have the crane and bed on this truck. Other than that, it's very fuel efficient, it has a good powerful engine, it's a good choice. At number 4, we have Azov 73210. Before we get to why this truck is good, let me tell you why this truck is not at the number 1. Well, if you don't own any of the DLC regions, it means you cannot unlock the upgrades in those regions. So you can't unlock the active suspension for Azov 73210 if you don't have the Season 4 DLC. Without the active suspension, things like these could happen when you're driving Azov 73210, and this is the only reason this truck is not at number 1. Azov 73210 with the active suspension is definitely the best non-DLC truck in this game. Now, what are the good things about this truck? It has a big fuel tank compared to the non-DLC trucks, it's fuel efficient, it's very capable, it has so many add-ons including long sideboard bed and long flatbed, it supports crane, bed and trailer combo, it has a very good power to weight ratio, and it's very stable. As I've said, the only reason this truck is not at number 1 is because you need the Season 4 DLC for the active suspension upgrade. Because when you don't have the active suspension, your front bumper would hit the ground sometimes and it could be annoying a bit. Now, before we get to top 3, I want to mention 2 trucks that are good, but you need the DLC regions to find all the upgrades for these 2 trucks. The first one is GMC MH9500. With the all-wheel drive upgrade, it's a very good truck, but I think that upgrade was in Kola Peninsula, so you need the Season 1 DLC for that upgrade. The second truck is Western Star Twin Steer. This truck is one of the best trucks in the whole game with the all-wheel drive upgrade. But same as the GMC, the all-wheel drive upgrade for this truck is in Kola Peninsula, so you need the Season 1 DLC. At number 3, we have the 3 Voron trucks, Voron AE, Voron D and Voron Grad. All 3 are very capable 6x6 trucks and some of the most useful trucks in a SnowRunner. Voron AE is the most capable one and it's a very good rock crawler, but it has the smallest fuel tank. Like Voron AE, Voron D is very capable too, and it supports crane, bed and trailer combo, and it has a bigger fuel tank. Voron Grad is the most fuel efficient one with the biggest fuel tank, and it has switchable all-wheel drive that allows you to save more fuel. The 3 Voron trucks are some of the best trucks in a SnowRunner. Probably the only downside of these trucks is you have to buy every single one of them. You cannot unlock any of the Voron trucks for free. At number 2, we have Azov 64131. This truck is one of the most reliable trucks in the game. When you're using this truck, you don't need to be worried about getting stuck or tipping over or running out of fuel. This is one of the greatest trucks in a SnowRunner, a truck that genuinely makes things easier for you. But this truck has 2 downsides. The turning radius of this truck is not that good and it's very slow. It's just one of the slowest trucks in the game. But the good thing is it can maintain a good speed when you're going through some harsh terrain. So it is slow on paved roads, but in deep mud or snow, it maintains a good speed. And at number 1, we have Tega 6436. This truck has some of the best tires in the game. It's very fast and extremely capable and stable, and you can unlock this truck for free very early in the game. I mean, what's better than that? Unlocking the best non-DLC truck very early in like less than 30 minutes in the game. Something that I really like about this truck is how fast you can complete the contracts in the game. That's just amazing. But this truck has some downsides too. First, you cannot have the crane and bed on the truck at the same time, and it's a bit fuel thirsty, but the fuel tank capacity of this truck is good. And in my opinion, this truck is one of the best to use as a semi-truck because it has very good maneuverability and you can have the semi-trailer plus the crane at the same time. But something that I want to say is, as of 64131 and Tega 6436, both trucks are good equally. It depends what type of truck you like more. Do you like a fast truck with great maneuverability, or you like a slow and reliable truck? That's it for today's video. I see you in the next one.